Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Bull, and today I'm going to be showing you how to set up a mixer for your streaming OBS. Keep in mind that this setup is based on all the accessories I have and the mixer setup I use. So you may have different accessories or whatever, but the setup should work basically the same way. If you found this video helped you and you enjoyed the presentation, please hit the subscribe button and please share the video with anybody you think that would benefit from this information. So thank you for watching and hope you find it informational, and let's get started. Okay, so for my mixer setup, I have cables running for both my PlayStation 4 and my gaming PC. I have a separate PC that I use for streaming. So yeah, I have a dual PC setup, but this should still work even for a single PC setup, and I can go over the odds and ends of that whenever we get down to plugging into the PC. But I have an Elgato HD60 Pro capture card in my streaming PC that takes an HDMI cable from either my PS4 or my gaming PC, and I do not use the audio from the capture card. I only use the audio from my mixer. So I'll have one caption in my Streamlabs OBS that says mixer. Okay, I'm going to quickly go over the accessories and mixer that I use for my stream setup. I'll leave a description with the links for everything in the comment section below. This video is just to show the cable routing for the mixer. You'll have to fine-tune audio to your preferences on a trial and error basis. So the mixer I use is a Yamaha MG10XU. This mixer has a built-in USB interface on the back of it, which allows me to connect it to my streaming PC. If you have a different mixer that does not have a USB interface built into it, you should be able to use a 1/4-inch dual male end audio jack cable to connect it to your computer via the blue 3.5mm audio jack on the back of your computer. I'll explain this more in detail later in the video. This mixer has 10 channels built into it. Channels 1 through 4 are mic line in cable channels, so they can house XLR male end audio cables or a 1/4-inch single male end audio jack cable. Channels 5 through 10 are separated into groups of 2 as follows: 5/6, 7/8, and 9/10. The channels are separated into left and right channels. Odd numbers 5, 7, and 9 being the left audio channels, and the even numbers 6, 8, 10 being the right audio channels. Channels 5, 6, and 7, 8 have both 1/4-inch and 3.5mm audio jack inputs. Channels 9 and 10 only has a 1/4-inch audio jack input. Okay, I'm going to go over my microphone setup now. I have a newer NW700 with an XLR male adapter plug. So the way I have mine set up, and I had to leave it plugged in obviously so I could record the video, but I use just a regular XLR to XLR cable. It has a female end and a male end. Female end and the male end. The female end goes into my microphone, and then the male end goes into my mixer. If you may be able to use a different type of cable to do this. I'm not entirely sure. I've never tested it. But I know they make cables with female end XLRs for the microphone, and then on the other end of the cable it has, what is that? There it is, a 1/4-inch jack, and I assume you could plug it into the channel and it would work. I don't know. I don't have one of these cables. I've never tested it, but I can definitely tell you that if you have a, what is that cable? If you have a female to 3.5mm jack and you try to plug it in using a 1/4-inch to 3.5mm adapter, that will not work. You have to connect it with the XLR connection or a full actual 1/4-inch connection. I'm not for sure on the 1/4-inch. I would imagine it would work, but your best bet if you have an XLR microphone is just to get the XLR to XLR cable. Okay, so now I'm going to start going over my wire routing to channels and to the stream PC for my setup. Okay, so I use channels 5 and 6 for my stream PC audio, and the cable I use for that is a dual end 3.5 millimeter audio cable that runs to a 3.5 millimeter single audio cable. So this is both ends of the cable right here. This is the end that goes in the computer. This end goes in the mixer. So you just plug it in, white to white, red to red, and then you plug the single end of the cable into the green output audio jack on the back of your computer. Note on my mixer, I could also use 1/4 inch cables for this channel, and they look like this. There's a 1/4 inch end, dual end that goes into the mixer, and then the 3.5 millimeter end that will go into the PC. It does the exact same thing. These can plug in here, like so, and then this can plug into the input jack, and I would get the same audio either way. So you can use either or if you have the option. But like I said, I use the 3.5 millimeters on this channel. Okay, now I'm going to be going over my channel 7 and 8, which runs my gaming PC audio. So this channel has the 1/4 inch jack option and the 3.5 millimeter jack option. I use the 1/4 inch on this channel. So here's the dual end 1/4 inch cable that I use for the mixer end, and you just plug it into the 1/4 inch jacks. Traditionally, the white side is usually the left audio, and the right side is red. It sounds better to me coming from my PC through the mixer. If I flip them, you'll have to adjust that on your end, whatever sounds better to you. This is the end that goes into the gaming PC. This goes into your gaming PC if you're running a dual PC setup and you need an audio channel for your gaming PC. So this end goes into the green input, the green output 3.5 millimeter jack on your gaming PC if you have a dual PC setup. This is my streaming PC. This is the same one you've been seeing, but I'm using it as a reference for a gaming PC. So if you have a dual PC setup, this is your gaming PC. It goes into the 3.5 millimeter green output jack on the back of your gaming PC. Okay, now I'm going to go over my channel 9 and 10, which runs my PlayStation 4 audio. It only has the 1/4 inch jack option, so I have to use the same cables I used before on channel 7 and 8, the 1/4 inch dual end, and I plug them in the exact same way. And like I said before, traditionally white is left, red is right, and the top jack is left and the bottom is right. But to me, this sounds better. However it sounds better for you is how you need to plug it in. If it sounds wonky to you when you first initially set it up, flip them. Try it that way. Okay, so the opposite end of that is the same 3.5 millimeter plug-in, and that goes into your PlayStation 4 controller, and it just plugs right into the bottom of it, and that will get you your game audio, your party chat audio, anything coming from your PlayStation 4 that you want the stream to hear will come through your controller. You will have to have a USB mic to use for your party chat. You can't run your XLR mic to your PlayStation. You have to have a USB mic plugged into your PlayStation to talk to them. If you're using a mixer, you'll have to have it. But do note that if you're streaming from PlayStation or Xbox, I guess, whenever you need to have your controller fully charged before you start streaming. Especially if you're going to be streaming a long time, you should probably have a backup controller, actually. Because when you go to charge it, the cable you plug into the back of the controller will send back feed to the channel, and it's a high-pitched whining, and I'm sure your stream viewers won't want to hear that. Okay, so now I'm going to go over the way to set up your mixer if you do not have a USB interface. I've unplugged my USB interface to show you that this works, and this is how it works. Mine says stereo out here. Yours may say main out or something, but it'll be an output jack, and it should have two quarter inch jacks for your cable. So you'll use the dual red and white quarter inch cable to 3.5 millimeter cable, and this goes into the back of your stream PC into the 3.5 millimeter blue audio jack. That's the input. The green's the output. This is where your stream PC audio is coming into your mixer. Right here, it comes out of this into your mixer, and it comes back out of here and into here for your OBS to pick it up. Okay, I'm going to do a quick recap of everything that I covered in this video. So to begin with, we started with my microphone that's plugged in via XLR cable, female and male in. Male in gets plugged into the mixer, and the female in gets plugged into my microphone. My stream PC uses the 3.5 millimeter option on my mixer. This cable runs into the green 3.5 millimeter output jack on the back of my stream PC, and channel 7 and 8 I use the quarter inch jack option on my mixer for my gaming PC. So the dual quarter inch cable would be plugged in here, these two jacks, and that would run from my mixer to the 3.5 millimeter green output jack on the back of my gaming PC. And then my channels 9 and 10 runs my PlayStation 4 audio. It only has the quarter inch jack option, and it runs from my mixer to the bottom of the PlayStation 4 controller, which has a 3.5 millimeter jack on the bottom of it. And then for the stereo / main out, if you don't have a USB interface, it has quarter inch jacks, and you'll plug those in, and then this cable will run to your 3.5 millimeter blue input jack on the back of your streaming PC. So the main out goes to your 3.5 millimeter blue input jack on the back of your streaming PC. And then I didn't cover this earlier, but you have a headphones jack more than likely on your mixer. Most headphones have the 3.5 millimeter cable ends on them, and you'll want to use an adapter to plug it in so you can hear all your audio this way, because that's the only way you can listen to everything coming through your mixer is through this phone's jack. You'll hear yourself through this. You won't be able to mute yourself, because then you'll mute yourself to the stream and then nobody will be able to hear you. But that should have been a quick recap of everything I covered in this video. Okay guys, I hope everybody found this video informational and helpful. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. If you think this video could help somebody else out in the end, just share it and let them know about it. But I appreciate everybody watching this, and we'll see you next time.